Close this. We opened on Friday with the Oneida with the traditional Thanksgiving address. Those are the instructions to the people. And we only did a brief part and only in English, but those are the original instructions for the Seven Generations philosophy. And with our theme of climate solutions now for 7 generations, what I've learned from them, that brief piece we got, if they really were doing this, it's 4 days. So those responsibilities and those commitments that we have as people and all of us as Indigenous people on this earth, that is a lot to carry. And so by bringing in some of the dance and the music, we try to really lift each other's spirits. So I'm gonna let everyone else hear. Who would like, where, you guys figured this out while I was over there. Who's?
Go stand in the middle. You just stand in the middle. Because this is about honoring both of you. This is as far as it's concerned.
That's fine.
Let's pull that.
No, that's good. Sagoli, Skanagoga, Wambly Luta, Neon Gets. Hello in Skanagoga, how are you? How is your soul? We're gonna check in with just not your physical or your, it's okay. After we go down, okay? So Skanagoga just is asking you, we're checking in with your being. How are you? Do you have enough to eat? Do you have enough to drink? And Sagoli, how are you? Or hello. And then Wambe Luta Neon Gets, my name is Wambe, Red Eagle. So I just wanted to say a few words about the 7 generation philosophy, and I think there's some misconception on it. And so the original instructions came in the form of the address, and like Lisa said, that's a 4-day. So each one of those lines that we read, there's a whole paragraph or 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs with each one of those. So we just barely touched the surface of what the responsibilities are. The other part of responsibilities that we were gifted from creation is a conscious. So we're aware of our actions and the effects of our actions on everybody. Because honestly, we have to be part of the circle. We keep separating ourselves out. So for example, you can't be grounded when you're in a car with rubber tires that's insulated on an asphalt road. You have to actually take your shoes off and walk on the earth to be grounded. And a lot of people don't take the time to do that, or they don't have the time to do that. We're in this rat race. We have to pay this bill and pay that person, and so sometimes we have to take some time to be able to reflect on our responsibilities and our place in nature. So the 7 generation philosophy, a lot of times it's kind of construed to be 7 generations down the road, which doesn't make you a part of it. You're separating yourself from what's going on. So the 7 generation philosophy truly means that the 3 generations before you and the 3 after you. So that's a total of 7. It's the amount of generations that one person could know in an entire lifetime. So we have a bigger responsibility. The time is now for us to do that. So I'm going to turn it over to Anna. She's going to finish up with some words, and I don't know do we have other speakers? Okay, so Anna will I don't know who's going to go next. Yeah, so I don't know who's going to go next, but somebody else will.
Yeah, so let's go over whatever else is planned, and then Anna will close that.
So when we close, what we're going to do is we would like everybody. So this felt like it's a festival, but I think people were here for healing and for messages and for just the camaraderie of each other and to be in this energy that's here. We'd like to close this off the same as I would do at a sweat lodge. So at the end, I'm going to sing a song, and then we can circle up, and then we can go around and shake each other's hand or hugs or whatever you're comfortable with. And then we're going to leave on that. So the song that I'm going to sing at the end, whoever the last speaker is, the song that I sing is basically saying, thank you grandfather, creator, thank you. Thank you for looking out for me, and thank you for all that I have. Please bless me as we part. So basically, that's the loose translation. I know it's not that simple, but that's the loose translation of the song. So, thank you.
So is anyone else planning to speak or sing? Is anyone else planning to speak or sing before Anna? Jennifer? I
That's okay. So it is the first time I've been here to Crestone, and I really enjoyed. Seems like the time went by really fast, and I really enjoy meeting every one of you, and we learn from each other, and maybe we'll see each other again. And but blessings to everybody, and Renee is burning some sweetgrass, so it's a blessing. You put your hand out like this, and you'll be touched by the eagle. My medicine is the eagle from my grandfather. So these are living eagle feathers. Wombly. So I have a nice bouquet of different eagle feathers from around the world. So we call them Wombly, and then the spotted ones we call the Wombly Kleshka. So when Indians don't cut their hair, because when you cut your hair, you lose a little bit of yourself, your intuition of who you are. And that intuition can actually help you from a storm that might be coming. It might be help you from something that might happen. Maybe somebody's going to get sick. So us Indian, we try not to cut your hair, just leave it long. Just like the sweetgrass braid, we braid it. That's grass is the hair of our Mother Earth. And so that's why this right here is like gives a calling on good spirits, calling spirits to bless all of you. Thank you, everybody.
Kashila, grandfather, Unshi, grandmother, Unshimaka, grandmother earth, Miniwichoni, sacred water, Wakatanka, creator, great mystery. We want to say Wopila Pilamaye. We want to say thank you from our hearts. And we send out a heartfelt hug to each and every one of you. And all the people who are on their way home, that they get home in a safe way. And we want to say Wopila Pilamaye, thank you for welcoming all of us, strangers who've never been here before, and opening up your hearts and your homes and supporting us. And most of all, we want to turn around and ask everyone to bow to Lisa and to Nick, and as representatives of all the other people who volunteered as well that we do not know of, to say thank you. Because without you, it would not happen. Just receive. Try to receive. Both of you are not good at receiving. This is what happens when you're with an elder, you get outed. It's very unfortunate. But thank you. Thank you for all that you did and all those else who helped, seen and unseen. We thank you for all the ways, and we thank you most of all, Crestone, for offering this opportunity for the fair to exist. Oho, metakiasi.
Well, I just have to give a great big thank you, Wopila, Lila Wopila, which really is Thanksgiving. You know, Wopila means Thanksgiving, greater than Thanksgiving. It's bigger than saying thank you. it's like
Pirate ship and
huge. Thank you. So Lila Wopula, I hope we get to come back. I ask blessings upon your community, and yeah, I just ask blessings on the water in this valley and the water in the people in this valley. You know, may you walk in peace. Aye.
I'd just like to recognize a few more people. It is hard, like with Nick and Donovan and I, even though we were maybe doing more of the crew part. So I see a few people here still. Jenny in the corner, I see you raise your hand. She really helped us with getting all the food for the volunteers, the green room, making sure everybody's fed and nutrition. So thank you. I know it's a lot. Jonathan and Michael for coming on all those setup days and running with me for trailers and all those other aspects. And thank you. Lori, all of your photography and all the initial work with the graphic design and being really with us with transition and what really works for all of us in a flow. So thank you. Yeah. I know I'm gonna miss some people. I might not be able to see everybody back there, but Noah and Allison, thank you for this beautiful art installation and making that interactive and so people could engage and really step into all those pieces. So deep bows for the space you were holding here. Yeah. Tom, the same. Thank you for all of the sound, the stages, the tents. He's here, you know, from the very beginning to the end too. So, you know, on that, I'd really love if there's people that can stay to help just get a few things moved, make sure the trash in the park's clean. Because Eddie, hi, raise your hand, Eddie. He's helping us with that piece too, that we get everything really taken care of and cleaned up and that we're conscious with finishing that. Marita Peak, I don't see her here, but with our website, really thank her in the community. She did a lot of last minute pieces. Mary Lowers, you know, she helped with all of our food and the vendors, merch, info, and she's just an all-around go-to of helping us in this community. We've also got Donovan, who's not right here now, but Donovan did a lot of that PR marketing, advertising, has been holding this space so we could get it to this point that it was this year. I feel like we finally did it. We're finally coming together. Okay, so thank you everyone in community, all of you, because it takes each one of us to participate. So Anna, would you like to do our official closing? Thank you.
Sigali, Wiwachiakpi Pejuni Yats, Wagwahoni Uitaloda, Onionte Aga, Niwagahunjoda. So hello, my name is, she comes from the Star People Carrying Medicine, and I am Wolf Clan from the Oneida people. And when we opened, we talked about original instructions and the responsibilities of the people. And we talked about how it takes time to observe the natural world and put those together with our responsibilities in order to act with accordance to those instructions in the natural world. So we didn't come prepared with a closing. We came open and flexible, and we spent the 3 days observing. And I think we ran into some common themes. I know right in the opening, I heard Donovan talk about how wanting to instill a space of forgiveness, that there are a lot of people in the community that won't speak to each other or won't acknowledge each other because there are hurt feelings. There's trauma that we've inflicted upon each other. And that has been a recurring theme specifically for this energy fair. I know Lisa and I talked, you know, as it was leading up to this event, and we both shared stories of being hurt, of being deeply hurt in this community, but wanting to come back and wanting to put that best foot forward, and of wanting to not become people who hurt, but to keep that space open for healing. And I think that has begun here in the last 3 days. I want to acknowledge that today there are no Indigenous people from this land here today. And if you own property in the United States anywhere, I hope that all of you can acknowledge what a privilege that is. My voice shakes and I might cry, but I am deeply committed to this work. I come here humbly and I share everything that I have with you. And I hope that all of you can go out into the world and examine your privileges and your gifts and use that to better our world, because the time is now. We don't have more time. We are in environmental collapse. That was another theme that I heard. Sitting over there listening to the stage, the speakers, everyone said that. The time is now. Once upon a time, we buried all our weapons under the tree of peace. That time is here now. So I encourage all of you, when you leave, to please remember that you are human first. And to please work to make our world better. We can do this. Ahome takiase.
Remember, right after the song, even if you want to come in closer, right after the song, there's too many people for us to go all the way around in a circle. So just grab people next to you, people maybe you know, maybe you don't know, and other people that you know, and that's how we'll break the circle, with everybody moving around and getting things and getting knowing each other and getting to see each other and breaking that. So and that's how we'll end it.